Free Agent did I call that a kind of annual summary of everything they've been going through. And I really like these things, right, where products reflecting on what they've done throughout the year, what they've come through. And one of the big things, obviously, that pretty much every one of the main finance platforms have been focusing on over the 25-26 year is getting ready for MTD. So obviously a lot of the developments have been MTD focused. They've got a solution now that handles pretty much any of the submission compliance requirements for MTD. They've got a command center in place. They've got workflow controls that go across all of this. But they've also brought out simplified CIS. They brought out, I guess, a more consistent bank feed to try and enable that. And that's actually something we've seen a lot of the other platforms is trying to really enhance and stabilize their bank reconciliations and bank feeds. But they do touch on what they're hoping to do over the coming months and years as well. And that's bring a full compliance platform, not only just for the MTD side, but beyond that, and going, I guess, beyond MTD for income tax, but also looking at supercharging the system for, I guess, bigger businesses, which has been their general progression over time to try and compete with the likes of Xero, Sage, and the new Intuit named platform. And then, finally, looking at things such as rental extraction. So taking statements, which has always been a pain I've found for many systems, taking them and automatically processing them into the system, adding enhanced compliance checks and client health metrics, which we see on a lot of external systems now, which we might end up talking about throughout the show. But I think overall, it feels like they've done a lot, possibly not as much as Intuit. Intuit feels like they're going to completely redesign the entire of their system, but they've taken the system forward quite a bit. Either of you felt that kind of impact from Free Agent during the year?
Absolutely. So I actually had a demo very recently this week with their platform, and I have been super surprised at how quickly they've managed to do what they've done. When you compare to Intuit's a massive, like their teams are huge. Free Agent doesn't have a huge team, but when you see what they've done, I was really impressed for a practice that, would like to have everything in one place. It seemed pretty perfect. It's also really affordable for clients, so there isn't as much pushback trying to sell
Can be
to them as
free.
well. Exactly, can be free. And how many people could potentially, if they like the platform, just end up opening bank accounts to make sure it's free, right? That's
Yeah.
one tactic to get in it. But I really, really liked what they've done, how literally everything is in one place. It doesn't need to be super complicated, because we're at a point right now where we keep bolting on and adding more and more things to the software to try and come to something that works for us. But this is almost just something that's ready out of the box, get stuck in, really easy to use. Workflows are great. Being able to bulk submit things with MTD as well. They showed me how you could have everything ready for your clients for MTD for income tax. You don't need to go through and submit one by one. You could just bulk do them all and set them for a day before the deadline, for example. These are all things that could save so much time down the line. So I thought it was great.
Yeah, you kind of surmise like the way it should be, right? Like, actually unification of systems. And I've been going on about Frankenstacks for a while now. It's great that we have choices of tools, but like you end up with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, get excited because they do great things. But then when you actually go to unify them and consolidate, like it kind of swap out the work that you've saved for the work that you now have to do to make sure the data is correct. Ryan, with regard to Free Agent, like absolutely impressed by their speed is the big thing for me. And I think in a situation that they're in, really trying to grow and take on, let's call it the more established, larger players like Intuit, Xero, Sage, I think speed's going to be a big winner here, because yes, the bigger tech companies have a lot of resource, but sometimes the ship slows down the bigger you get. Like it's hard to actually roll out product improvements because of the dependencies on other product families and the technology. But Free Agent guys, I think when I see updates, posts, product rollouts, it always seems to be faster or ahead. Does feel different to what Intuit are doing in terms of their latest releases with AI. But I wouldn't bet against Free Agent catching up very quickly.